Hey guys, it's Haley from Haley's Design Studios. I've been talking about this week about, well, not this week, but in a couple of my videos of me doing a YouTube recap for y'all. It's not quite at the year mark, but I need to go ahead and do this video now because when the year mark happens, I may be too busy doing other things. So, I started end of July last year, and we're mid-July now, or almost mid-July, and I am at, I'm going to pull everything up for you so I can give you real-time information. For those of you that don't know me, I have an Instagram. I don't post as much on Instagram. I need to do better about that. That's something I've had trouble with. Like, I've not met my goals that I wanted to this year. I don't even know if this is the book I have my goals in. Let me look. Oh, it is. Okay. So we're going to go through this too and see what we got. But first, I'm going to give you some background on my YouTube channel. I'm now at 150 subscribers. So when I started, I think I was under 50 subscribers, maybe at 50. I'll have to go back and look. And my goal this year was to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. So that's one thing I can mark off my list. Post weekly YouTube videos. I've pretty consistently have been doing that. So this is going to be a YouTube recap, and also it's the half year mark for my goals. So we're going to do both of those in one video, kind of make it a little bit longer. It's going to be a chatty vlog, so make sure you get your yarn, make sure you get you something to drink, a snack maybe, and chill back and watch. I know my craft room looks a little bit different. I'm hoping to get a curtain to put over my closet and do that. Just kind of get rid of some things and go through some things and all that kind of good stuff. I kind of have flipped my desk. So y'all used to see, my desk used to be facing that wall. Y'all used to see this wall with my window and my air conditioner, my little window unit. But yeah, I kind of flipped it because like when I was walking in, I had to go around my desk and it just, nothing flowed the way it needed to. And so I need to fix that. So I am. Okay. So I've done that. That's another one that will be coming out. I'm gonna pull up the analytics. I am at now 13K views. I am at 478 likes, 93 comments, 332 shares. And for this week, right now, I'm sitting at 886 recent views. So, yeah, it's been a thing. I know most of y'all probably have not watched that video because there's not a lot of views on it, but I had a major company subscribe to my YouTube channel, XXL Scrunchie, XXL & Co. I love their scrunchies. I love their products. Like, I mean, y'all saw in that video, I got this bag for me to have at markets because my mama's always like, your money's not organized. It's not this, it's not that. You lose it because I'll set it down. So I got me one of these. It's got a pocket that I'm going to put my square reader in and any like miscellaneous tags or whatever. Little Ziploc bags, whatever, and then in this pocket here, I'll keep my cash, and then this pocket back here, I'll probably will keep a pen or something in it. So, you know, I had that video come out. I really love their products. Their t-shirts are soft. Their scrunchies hold up. They've got the best swim scrunchies I can, say to least. I am trying out a new scrunchie, so this will be getting a new review. This is not XXL scrunchies. But the dog bandanas are great from there. So just all of that. Love that company. Was so glad that they subscribed to my YouTube channel, and it just made my day. It was one of those, I was in a really bad slump on my YouTube, and then that happened, and it was great. So when I hit 50 subscribers, I started going live with Kat from Kat's Crafty Crochet Corner, and that has turned another corner or another page in my YouTube, because it made me more comfortable doing lives. It made me more comfortable doing other things, and it's just been great. Okay, apply and test 2 patterns. I've done that. I think I did that like at the beginning of January. Put out 1 pattern. I am in the process of putting out 1 pattern. My dinosaur is officially with my testers. I'm doing something unique with my tester calls. I want people that can test it in all types of yarn. So I've got someone making it in Feels Like Bliss, someone making it in Posh, somebody making it in Cozy Cub, Bernat, Sweet Snuggles Light. The only one I don't think I have anybody testing it in is the Plush. But that's okay. I can always test that out later. That's not a yarn that's really coming back, so I'm not really worried about it. I don't have anybody testing in the Posh Pearl, which is the new yarn, but I do have someone testing it in the old Posh, and I hear that it's pretty similar. Of course, there are a few things that are not the same, but we can't help that. So that's great. Okay, I'm gonna give you an update on my Instagram. I don't think I've hit that goal yet. I don't have many goals. That's why I'm trying to do all of these while talking about my YouTube as it corresponds. Okay, I'm at 287, so I'm gonna put the date. 278. Okay. Post more reels, post more shorts. Okay, I've started posting more shorts. I've actually done pretty well the last few times. Try 50 new patterns. I am working on that. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to find the things that I've tested. I know in the last couple of weeks, like, I've tested at least like 10 or 15. Because I did the free challenge twice. And just doing all that. And my new patterns, they don't have to be on Instagram. They're just something new for me to try. So, like, I know I probably are at 30, if not 40 of these patterns. So that's been great. Like, I can give y'all just like a little recent thing. Okay, so June 7th, I posted an analytic. It was 88 subscribers, 1K view, 216 likes, 51 comments, 19 shares, 38 recent views. That was June 7th. That was literally a month ago. A month and like a couple of days. I am now at 150 subscribers, 13.5K views, 478 likes, 93 comments, 32 shares, and my recent views are now 886. So that just shows you like how much growth I've had in literally just a month. So if that tells you anything, it's all about posting consistently, posting content that is true to your business, not posting a whole lot of outside stuff. I do a little bit of lifestyle stuff here and there, but it's incorporated into my YouTube videos. So, it's just, I'll say this much. Do not set yourself short because you have so many things you want to share, make your YouTube specific. There's nothing wrong with mixing your business and lifestyle, but your lifestyle vlogs should be like, especially like when people get pregnant, they want to share all that kind of stuff, and all that stuff is kind of great. But I'm gonna be honest with you, that's a really hard topic to swallow for a lot of people, and I know that that can affect a lot of things. So like, if you do your thing, like as a small crochet business owner, day of my life, then talk about while you're in your day, you know, because our Cherry Corner does something like this. Like, she'll start some of her videos where she is making her matcha, and it's kind of just, you know, silent. You know, she goes by her day. You know, she talks about stuff that's happening in her life, but they're all mixed into her videos. And so that was one tip that I took from her personally, was that if I was going to incorporate some things about day in my life and all of that, then I needed to have the following first, and while doing that at the same time. Like, I didn't need to wait to do that. Speaking of which, I'm gonna be posting a couple of videos. I brought my rabbit inside today for the very first time, and I absolutely love her. Her name is Emma the rabbit. So that's that. And this summer, I really took a hard hit on my business, what I wanted to look like, what videos did I need to put out, and like posting consistently. It's the weekend, midweek. I've been putting out midweek videos. I may not continue that. I may like do like a weekly check-in, like kind of like what Robin does, while I'm leading up to the big stuff. So my weekly ones may be like when I get yarn in, or like if I've tried a new pattern and I want to give a review on it, or like when I'm going to shout out other creators, because like I will be giving this person a shout out if they all worked as well as this did. Which I love the scrunchie right now. You know, like how's market prep looking and all that, giving all that stuff, because I'm ramping up for markets. My market season, I have 3 for Christmas right now. Well, no, 2 for Christmas, 1 for Halloween. I have a thing in my booth, and I do that consistently. Having the booth has also, like, just ramped things up. Let's put a few things that weren't goals on here. I'm going to add just a few things that I need to talk about. Like, this past year, I don't know how many of y'all saw my YouTube video, I got my first custom order for a crochet blanket. Like, that was great. So I need to add that for the end of the year video. Talk about custom orders. So at my last like December market, I had a guy come by. He has like a voodoo doll as his logo, and he wanted a big voodoo doll. So February, I was working on it and getting it done, and I shipped it out like the 1st of February, and it got there like mid-February. So that was really neat. I got a custom order for characters like Minnie and Mickey, because there's a lady that bakes cakes that I buy from all the time, and she come to me at my very first market and bought a bee from me, like my very first one at that location. I was so sad to see some of the stuff that I made go so quickly. And then like it dawned on me, like she come back in the spring and I had chicken. She was like, oh, well, I'm gonna buy a chicken from you. She was like, didn't I buy a bee from you at Christmas? I said, you did. And so, because I went and bought cakes from her, and I bought a couple of cookies that time from her. And so she wasn't there in October, but she was there at Christmas time. And her daughter is very autistic, like she's in a chair, like she's very severe autistic. And so she was like, my daughter really loves chickens. And I had this chicken snuggler that I had made, and I was like, look, I said, I know that this is technically for babies. I said, but children that are autistic, this is the best thing for them, because they're not going to be able to pull at it a whole lot. The only part that's got stuffing is the head. Everything else is flat. It doesn't have plastic safety eyes. It has the embroidery eyes, so you don't have to worry about them picking at it to get it off. Like, if they go to chew on it, there's nothing for them to hurt themselves on. It's just yarn and stuffing. And she was like, okay. So she got that. And she's like, oh, well, I am getting those other 2 things, which was like 2 more different types of chickens. And she was like, hey, if you can make Minnie and Mickey, I will definitely get one from you. And I was like, okay, great. So I made Minnie. Well, first I made Mickey. I sent her a picture. I said, do you like the way it looks? She was like, yes, I do. I was like, okay, great. So then, like, I had to fool around with Minnie and, like, figure out how I wanted her to look. So sorry, guys. And so that happened, and, you know, I was videotaping that journey, and that's really what got to me. You know, I talk about my job on this channel. It's part of my lifestyle. I just incorporate it into my videos. I don't have specific crochet vlogs, specific vlogs for lifestyle. I don't do that. If I have anything in my life going on, I'm really just going to share it with y'all. If I feel like it's like something I can share. So, you know, you'll never see my school ID in any of my videos. Because I've had a few people, like, ask that. And, like, you'll never see me videotaping in the place I work. I know a lot of people have asked about that. And no, you cannot do that. HIPAA laws come into play. So, but, yeah, you know, I'm going back this year. I'm actually going back to school this year. Like, myself. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm so sorry, guys. I got 8 hours worth of sleep last night. I don't know why. I've switched vitamins. I switched my sleeping schedule. I was getting to where I was going to bed early some nights with my husband, because he goes to bed about 8 on his work nights. And, or like, I would get off at the Zooms and lives and stuff like right at 9. And I was waking up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning and lying there awake from anywhere from an hour to 3 hours. And I was like, I don't want to keep doing that. Like, it got real bad at the end of the year. I was like, no, I need to take this summer and almost set me a schedule. I was like, maybe I'm going to bed too early and I need to be awake longer. So, what I started doing, because, like, my doctors and stuff were like, make sure you're getting plenty of sleep, make sure you're getting good sleep. And I was like, they were like, you know, when the sun starts going down, like, when it gets dark, that's when you need to go to bed. I'm like, I can't sleep from, like, 8 to 6. That is 10 hours. I cannot do that. So, I was like, you know what? I tested it one Sunday. I stayed up till about 10:30ish with Cap. And then I left, I left the live and all that. I shut everything down, went and got in bed, and I was asleep by 11:30 because it was my first night winding down. So I slept till 6:30 though. Like, I slept through the whole night. Didn't have any melatonin, didn't have any help, sleep aids, nothing like that. I was like, okay. So then I did the next night, because it was Monday Night Zoom. Stayed up to 10 o'clock. Went and got in bed. Some nights I like put my phone down at 11, because I feel like I start getting sleepy. Put it down. I'm able to go to sleep. Some nights it's a little bit harder. But I eventually, within 15 minutes, able to go to sleep. So I'm getting that solid 7 hours of sleep each night. And that has been the best thing. I'm not waking up to go to the bathroom. I'm not waking up to go get something to drink. Like, I'm not waking up in the middle of the night anymore. I've done that this whole entire summer. Like, I don't go to bed early unless I'm sick. And that's just something I told my husband. I said, I'm not going to be able to do it. I got to be able to get this consistent sleep time. Now, I may end up having to change it when I go back to work next week. But I really don't think so. Like, there were some nights I was staying up till 11. And then, like, getting up and going to work the next day. So, I don't think so. Because I'm still getting up at the same time. Not changing my hours at all. Like, I get off work at 4 during the summer because I've been keeping kids. So, I've been keeping them till 4. And then, like, then I'm coming home, fixing supper, and all that. So, I'm getting home about 4:15, 4:20. And that's what the time I'm getting home from work. Because I work a good 25 minutes from my house. So, you know, it's a little bit longer commute. And, you know, there's been some traffic on the interstate and stuff like that. So, getting there and coming here, you know, sometimes I'm here, like, right a little after 4. Sometimes it's 4. Really just depends on exactly what time I leave work. If I'm a few minutes later, then I'm a few minutes later getting home. So, that's been the biggest thing is, like, getting a consistent schedule. And that's something that has worked with all my social medias, with all of my videos being consistent, just thriving. And I can't tell you that enough. There are a lot of things that still need to change, like my diet. I still need to do that. But, because my diet does affect my business. Because I don't want to be doing long market days and not have a good diet. And I know what people say, you know, when you go to markets, that should be your time to cheat or whatever. I don't. I still eat the same things. Now, I might eat a little bit more greasier food because I don't eat greasy food at home. So, that's been like a hit and miss. So, but, I'm starting to keep track of things a lot easier. Things are just, it's just awesome all the way around. So, like I said, I need 50 more subscribers. And, I just need to do a lot more. Like, I'm going to do an updated room tour. I just put out my video of my yarn winder. I finally, like, treated myself to a yarn winder. That's why I decided to keep kids. Just because, like, I had some business things that I wanted to get. And I was like, if I'm going to get this stuff, then I need the money to do it. So then I was like, I'll just go and start keeping kids. And then I'll make the money that I need to get what I want for my business. So that's what I've been doing, and I hadn't been, like, full-on market prepping. Like, I hadn't been doing that. I've been making things here and there, and just what I wanted to make it, when I wanted to make it. Like, I didn't stress about all that kind of stuff. Just didn't. I've been consistently going live on Palm Street every Sunday, even though some Sundays I don't make as much. I'm still there. I keep my same type of time schedule. You know, I still do what I normally do with my giveaways and stuff. Now, I have changed it up just a tiny bit because I got an idea for somebody else. And so I've tried it twice. And it works. You know, people get an option versus just, okay, this is what you're going to get. So when they get an option for a giveaway, it makes them more enticing to stay longer, to watch the video, to do the task that you ask them to do, to be able to be in the giveaway. So, there's that. But that's about it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the button that looks like this. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below some things that you're doing in your small business that maybe I could try. You know, we all need to be sharing tips, sharing tricks, and just boosting each other up. I've been a big believer in that, and I will still be a big believer in that. So, for now, this is goodbye, and I'll see y'all next time. Emma, Emma, Emma. Dear big girl, you enjoying the cool air? Are you enjoying being in the craft room? Are you gonna be a craft buddy? Oh, do you know what to think about everything?